Welcome to Miss Dragon's Menagerie. Everyone is welcome, everyone is accepted. The only requirement is that you are loving, kind, and respectful to one another. Bad behavior will not be tolerated. Hello, everyone. Welcome to whoever shows up, and welcome to the replay crew. Yeah, of course, the sun wasn't shining this morning when I made up this title, but it's halfway shining now. Go figure. I gotta. Hey Don, how you doing? I'm still working on this work in progress here. On the plus side, I got one of the sets of plates put up on eBay. I haven't checked it lately. Tonight I'm gonna put another setup and another setup. That way I can keep track of set 1, set 2, set 3, set 4. That's for at least that's the way my ADD mind can handle it. So, where did I put that thing? I was gonna show it. Oh shit. The idea was good. I don't know where I put it. I made the no pyramid came out today, but I did make a boo-boo. But I know that I can make something in resin, have it completely cure, and then put it in resin. Except I didn't catch this last night. Of course, it was a practice run, but I'm not going to finish it. Baby girl's going to have something to play with. And so, hey, Chew, how's it going? Let's see if I can pull it up here. I think I've still got it. Let's see if you guys can see what I did. And I didn't even notice I did it. See if you guys can figure it out. What doesn't quite look right? Oh man, I wish it was Sunday for 3 days. I actually got some shit done on Sunday. But yeah. I didn't notice this before I poured another layer until afterwards, and I was like, wow. Well, after this layer hardens, I'm gonna unmold it and I'm gonna give it to the granddaughter and go, "Here you go, here's something you can play with. It's got a star in it." And I'll also find out how the glitter works in it. Um. Oh, where did I put it? I don't know if you got to see it, Brazzy. It's on my Facebook. Yeah, the pyramid I unmolded yesterday. Yeah. I didn't notice this last night. I was trying to do too many things at once. So the star's a little cockeyed. It should have been. It's off kilter just a little bit. Um, it's pretty much like I am, just a little bit off kilter. But we'll find out what it looks like tomorrow when I demold it. Of course, that's the bottom. There's some design. I don't have one in here. There's some designs on the other side, so I want to see. Another reason is how much space, so you can look in and see the design. Because I started pouring marks, and I wanted to see how the little resin piece that I want to put in it will work. And I think I'm gonna order like some nail charms to put in, so I can put them in face down, so when it's right side up, you can see them. It takes me, if I start in the morning, a little over 24 hours, because if you pour when the bottom layer is a little bit tacky, you have less of a, how would you put it? Line. Get this thing out of the way. Less of a line to show that you have layers. It won't be so obvious that you have layers. So yeah. And after what I did yesterday, when I demolded them yesterday and realized that I didn't catch the fact that I had dripped when I go to take my cup out, instead of tipping it right side up, right in the middle where the color is, and nothing drips, then take it out, no problem. But if I scoop it and take it with me before it's finished, I'll get those little marks like I got in the other one yesterday. So, but I made this. I love this color. Very much so. I used it as a little bit of an eyeshadow today. Um, but it came out kind of cool. Oh, thank you. And I was looking for the nail polish. I don't know where I put that color because I want to do it again. Oh, that was the fire rake. Around here, everybody stops and looks, and usually for a long time there, we heard the fire rig, and I would poke my head out the door to see which road it was going down. And I got to see the last time. The last fire truck that picked up Mike. But it's clear because I was just throwing in extra colors, to stack it and whatnot, just instead of it going to waste. So it came out kind of clear. I obviously didn't have a whole lot of purple, but I think I'm going to take the edges and soften these up a little bit, and they make little perfect worry stones. Yeah, I can just print out like a little card in it and tape it to it and leave it in a grocery store somewhere with a little positive word, and and let them know that this is like a little worry stone they can hold on to, and just rub and feel better, and gives me something to do with it because I don't know what to do with the pyramids. I mean, I'm writing down the color combinations I use so I can do them again, but I'm not sure what to do. Thought Marketplace. I looked. Yeah, isn't that just cool? I thought, this was supposed to have like a little gemstone look if it's full. But yeah, just little tiny worry stones. Or like leave them on a lamp post or something with a note on it, maybe in a baggie, so the note doesn't disappear. But I thought of putting the pyramids on Marketplace. Hey, Sunrise. Shit, your real name. I know. I'll know it if I see it, and it's not. It's not Dawn. I know that much. Shit, I can't remember. My brain is just gone. But okay, there you go. Okay, Alicia. I need to get a list of people's actual names. Like Rabbit is Todd. You're Alicia. Uh, Jesus is Luke Skywalker's name is Kevin. I forgot Armistice's name. Somewhere I have a list, but yeah. Oh, while I'm thinking about it, after this, I think ooh, that's two. That's not good. Misha's gonna do something. I think it's 5 something Eastern time, so keep an eye out for that. If she pops in, I wanted to drop her link if she's got it preset, 'cause I think she's gonna have it preset. So yeah, the reason I put down the sunshine, part of the reason, besides the fact that there was no sun this morning when I made this, I'm just in a funky mood today. It's just, I'm just in a. Oh, I know. I thought it was Dawn too for the longest time. I did too. Um, just I don't know. Part of me is, well, I think it's the fact that I'm pretty sure they're not going to put up my genetic testing until the 15th or after the 15th. Oh, it's not. hold on. It's either the cat or daughter. One of the other. Just a second. Oh, okay. Larry was hanging out, but as soon as he gets the door, he like ran to the door. Yeah. He's a different cat. Been cheated on. Okay. Yes. Whoop, 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 whoop. Almost took the cable with me. Oh, yeah.
And then Hayden's football game got changed to Thursday instead of Friday, so I'm getting close for that. But I'll be back Friday morning.
Okay.
And then I'll be home Friday night.
Okay.
Because we're gonna drink on Friday night. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go to town and get candy on Thursday.
On Halloween Day?
Mm-hmm.
Why Thursday?
I don't know. I just don't feel like leaving the house till then.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm. All right. That was her. I thought, gosh, dang, Goose is really trying to get in loud. Sorry. But she's running in and running out, no big deal. But yeah, I'm just in a funky mood. I haven't done shit today, really. I've done a load of towels. They still need to go in the dryer. Excuse me. I worked on some resin, but that's all I've did. Are you thinking, is that the one from Astoria that goes over the Columbia? It's like over like 2 miles long. So Waco's on one side and Astoria's on the other. And, yeah, I know. I need to do a little something. Oh, okay. This is what I did today. Is I took and I cut plastic to cover. I put the plastic down. I had to over the whole thing. I put it on the top so that if I stick a pop or spill a pop, I don't ruin everything. And then I put plastic over the top of that. This, my printer and my laminator, so it doesn't get cat fur in it. So, but yes, that is a beautiful area down there. And there's a restaurant called the Bow Picker, and it's an old boat they turned into similar to a taco truck. And you get there, if you get there at the right time of the day, you get the day's catch of tuna done into cubes and deep fried with some French fries. Oh my God, that shit's good. It is so. Larry, why? Oh God. Yeah, at least they didn't. All right, have fun. Yeah, cat. No. Oh God, cat, no. My little terror. I've got to get this cleaned so that well, he was trying to climb up my shelves, and I've got a collection of rosaries up there. Yeah, I don't want him tearing or breaking any of those. But yeah. Oh yeah, I haven't been watching a lot of YouTube other than a lot of music. There's like oh, do you? He's a handful. He needs to get snipped, but probably not till I'm back from the doctor's next weekend. The little marbles gotta go bye-bye. Maybe he won't be so adventurous. But yeah, I was trying to climb my shelf over here, which is I've got the odd collection of boudoir lamps from the 40s and 50s I got to redo. And then I am so eclectic. I have so much weird shit. But yeah, everything with this goddamn election coming up, and I'm tired of it. I'm ready for it to be over. But I also would like to afford my groceries and my gas. So, yeah, I no matter who wins, I'm still leaving a little decal on my car underneath my Impala symbol that says "Let's Go Brandon Edition" on underneath my Impala. Cracks me up. The people who have sped up really fast to get pictures or just holler out the window because they've seen it. Yeah, and honestly, going from the west side several times this year, never, no one's ever said a bad thing about it. Most of them think it's hilarious. So, yeah. But that lovely little boy showed up a little over a month ago and just decided this was the house he was going to stay at. And if I left the door open too long, he would just wander right in or tear a hole in my screen so he could get in. Yeah. Talking to my stepmom, I look down and he's strolling up from the basement as if he owns the place. So, hey, Mach. There you go. More like Mach, I think it is. Like a Mustang Mach 1. 1969. Those were cool looking cars. Of course, I'm also a fan of the 1969 Dodge Charger, too. But, nice. Wonderful. Oh. Yeah, he just my pillow, as he likes to, I'm like, "No, cat, please." Yeah. I'm pretty sure I gotta get him deworming medication, but I haven't driven that far down into town to get some from, like, PetSmart. Oh, I bet I'd be excited too. Yeah. November 12th, that's my oldest birthday. Um, he used to, get a kick out of the fact that him and Charlie Manson shared a birthday, and my youngest was like, "You suck. I only share a birthday with, Britney Spears." So, yeah, it's, and it's easy to remember. We got he used to get a kick out of it. Sometimes he'd have a day off before his birthday from school for Veterans Day. And so, um, I gotta remember I have to actually probably put a note in front of me that says, "Tell your son happy birthday," because by the 12th, I will be so focused on my appointment the 15th and 16th that, it'll just go I'll completely skip it. Um, I I completely skipped my dad's birthday, and, it didn't dawn on me till the day after. So, when it was my sister-in-law's birthday, of course, I woke up and thought, "The 23rd? No, Michael's birthday isn't until the 24th." My brain thought I was in August. So, man, that's awesome. Oh god, no kidding. He's a Nathan, though. I wanted to call him Kiefer, and because his dad's name is Keith, until, friend of ours had a big black lab named Kiefer. It was still kind of a puppy, and he we were down at the farm and he was stealing bread off making sandwiches for lunch for everybody, and turn around, he's stealing bread off the breadboard. So we're like, yeah, not gonna name the kid after the dog. So yeah, um, 9 pounds 8 ounces. C-section. Yeah, the doctor gave me a choice. Would you like a C-section or do you want to try to push, for another 4 more hours? And I'm like, C-section, please. That thing was done in 14 minutes. I saw the bill. So, um, So the next time they're like, "Would you like to try naturally?" I'm like, "Oh no, 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 no. Just schedule me. I'll have my hair and makeup done. That'll be fine." And I did. And he weighed 9 pounds 4 ounces. So I quit. Yeah. Yeah. I was telling hubby the other day that Mark Wages said they did what we were afraid to do. Had the 2 boys, decided to try again, had the girl. I said, "We had the 2 boys. I chickened out and went, I'm done." Because my luck, I would have had 3 boys. And 2 were bad enough. Yeah, they were. No, my oldest was going through 8-ounce bottles a day. And at 6 weeks, the doctor said, feed him. So I fed him rice cereal. And not only in the spoon, in his bottle. At his 4-month checkup at 21 pounds, the doctor said, would you take the rice cereal out of his bottle? And I'm looking at him going, but he sleeps. I just need him to sleep for a little while. Because he was a kid that was awake 2 hours, asleep 2 hours, awake 2 hours, sleep 2 hours. If I drove him for half an hour, I could put him to sleep. But I didn't want to drive half hour every night. So after a while, I would just put him on top of the dryer. We had the old, I don't know if anybody remembers that 70s shows with the washer and dryer, except they were green behind them with just the round knobs. We had a set of those in white. And oh, I love that thing that would dry clothes instantly. It was probably a fire hazard. But it had a lip this high around the whole thing. So I'd stick him in his car seat and shove that on top of the dryer and start drying my laundry. And he'd sleep for a good hour and I could get shit done. I had the most dried towels in town. But yeah, even to this day, he doesn't sleep. He'll sleep for a while and then he'll be up, and he'll sleep for a while and then he'll be up. And my granddaughter, thank God, as I love to sleep, she loves to sleep. She looks forward to a nap or looks forward to going to bed. So, and then she'll sleep 10 hours. I'm like, oh no. There's only when she was little a couple of times that I had to get up in the middle of the night, and one time she threw up. That was gross. It's getting warm in here finally. And when she threw up, the poor thing, we took her to the pub. It's a restaurant, pub thing, kids can come. She threw up. That smelled like oily French fries. Poor baby. Yeah, my youngest did the same thing. It was so nice. And then he'd take a 4-hour nap. I'd stick him he'd sleep in the recliner. I had a CD, I still have it in the old computer, of thunderstorms. It was called Spectacular Thunderstorms. And it came with music. So there's thunderstorms and music. That's before the days we had all this stuff here. And he'd sleep while it played. And I could get some stuff done. But yeah. But my oldest, he had to be right there. I'd be sitting on the floor folding laundry, and he'd come up and he'd come on and unfold it. And I was like, we went to Queensryche for the Empire tour. That's how long ago it was. He tells my dad, he says, he had to have been like 4 or 5. Oh yeah, thank God she sleeps. Both her and her dad would nap and sleep, no problem whatsoever. Nathan just didn't nap. But he told my dad, he goes, Grandpa, tell your daughter to quit drinking beer and going to rock concerts. Because he was pissed he couldn't go. Because he went every place with us. So that was so funny. My dad called to tell me that, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. What a spoiled little brat. But, I was home with him for the first, about 2 years. Worked a little while. He went to a daycare for a few hours. And then his dad got him because I worked swing shift. And then after I got laid off when I was 7 months pregnant with my youngest, and for the state here, you have so many temporary hours you can work, and then they lay you off, and then you're off for so long, and then they'll hire you back. Well, they kept extending my hours till right before I needed to quit doing that because I was lifting 100 pounds dead weight, the clients. And so basically, my maternity time was paid for with unemployment. So that kind of worked out really good. And then I became a permanent employee for the state and then ruined my back and came home and started licensed daycare. So, oh, yeah. Yeah, he's Nathan looks like me. My youngest came out towhead, uh, blue eyes. My mother looked at him and went, "He looks like them." And I'm like, "What the fuck?" And so needless to say, she favored the oldest. And it was just like my youngest, as he got older, his hair got darker. And it was wavy like mine kind of is, but except like 3 times fuller. He doesn't have any hair left either. And so he liked it long. And she would tell me, "Oh, I need to get my phone off Wi-Fi." Um, you know, well, Steven's doing drugs. He just looks like he's doing drugs. And I'm like, no, the kid wouldn't even take. No, I'm not on Wi-Fi. What? Using all the Wi-Fi. Um, I'm like, he wouldn't even take his Ritalin. He doesn't do drugs. He doesn't do anything. And finally, one day, I just had enough of it. I said, "Mother, it's the wrong kid that's doing the drugs. Steven, no. And Nathan, yes." And luckily, the kid only pretty much just did weed. I think he tried mushrooms a couple of times, but yeah, it was just like, no, it's the wrong kid. Your favorite is the one. So I don't know if you can now or not. I don't think I'd want to. I'm one of these parents. I like to be up front, and they'd probably get trampled on. So, um, we took him crack me up, as a family. You'd never guess, to the Taste of Chaos tour, which was Avenged Sevenfold, Atreyu. Well, Bullet for My Valentine didn't make it because one of them was sick. And then we got to listen to some Korean metal, and they I swear to God, they were dressing up like Rob Halford from Judas Priest. But here we are. There's the old people and the kids. We're up at the front at the gate, you know, listening to the whole thing. And yeah, I'm too short. I can't see anything. So I got to weasel my way up to the front. We had one with Avenged Sevenfold here in Yakima. I turned around and they were all gone, and I'm still weaseling my way up to the front. Yeah, if you've already scheduled that, drop that link, sweetheart. Oh, yeah. But I usually get stepped on. And some kids were having a ball, waving their fists in the air one time. Kept hitting me in the head. I'd turn around and they're like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." Like, "Yeah, let me go this way." Yeah. Um, yeah, but mm, that's good. I needed these little laughs of weird things that come to my head because when I'm just by myself, I'm quiet. And it's like I said, it's just been a weird day. It's getting closer, and I don't know. One of my friends from high school. We were talking about mastectomies and reconstructive surgeries last night, and I think that's what kind of brought on the funky. Yeah, I don't know. I don't. That's why I keep looking. Awesome, awesome. Thank you, Misha. Thank you. Um, keep looking for my test so I can get mentally prepared. Oh, that sucks. Yeah. I can do it. I don't know if I want to. Oh, I mean, it's like things run through my brain when I'm sleeping or laying down to go to bed. How's it gonna feel if one's missing? Am I gonna have to put a pillow so I sleep evenly? So, yeah. Or are they gonna want to deal with the heart problem first? I don't know. Ideally, I would like the breast done first, since everything is paid for, and then do the ablation, which won't be near as expensive, but he didn't. That is so precious. Oh, that's so precious. I remember texting my brother with my mother's phone about 2, 3 days after she passed. Man, it's- man, it's warm down here, and the long distance charges are out of this world. And he about shit his pants because he still had her in his phone, and that popped up. I had been waiting to do that for years. God, I need to see if Jess is still around. I don't know. God, things have just changed. I haven't been on Facebook much, but one of my ghost hunting friends that I've had, she did that to her brother when her mom passed away. So, oh, I bet. Good Lord, I bet. Just standing there watching her with her hands on her hips, like, yeah. I remember getting my dad calling me, going, "Did you know Nathan called me?" And of course, it was long distance from Yakima to Grandview. I'm like, no. He was about 2.5. And I'm like, what he did was somehow he hit redial. I don't even, phones don't even have that option anymore. But he hit redial, and yeah, and the last person I'd called was my dad. So yeah, he talked to Grandpa. So what are you doing? Where are you going? Oh, he's quite the challenge. I know he's going to go for those feathers on that. And I only draped those feathers up there just as a place to put them. Well, no, he didn't. It cracks me up because that little black face and his whiskers and his eyebrows are white. They're all white. But I still gotta look for, well, when I get, hopefully, I'll probably won't get paid till Friday for daycare. But yeah, Friday. Once I get paid from daycare, I gotta book the Airbnb for next week and pre-plan meals so I can have something that's. Make sure I'm eating dinner at 5 o'clock on Wednesday, since I have to be up at 4 o'clock on Thursday morning. Something simple, pre-made, shove in the oven. You know, eat, go to bed, and I probably won't sleep anyway. But I've got my 300 milligram can of Black Rifle espresso, the 300 milligrams of caffeine in a can. That'll keep me awake on the drive over. But I think it'll be way too early to hit a Taco Bell for the double sausage Crunchwrap Supreme. That's about the only thing I like at Taco Bell. So, yeah. Up, exactly, out of the mouth of babes. And her hands on her hips reminded me. I sent my birth mother a picture because she was curious of what I look like. This was 20 some years ago. Jesus, criminy sakes, that was 28 years ago. And then of course it's me with my hands on my hips because I will stand that way. So will my son. Um, and she showed it to Grandma, and Grandma looked at it and goes, "Yep, that's your daughter, all right." Because she does. Where'd you go, cat? Oh, okay, you're up there. Oh yeah. Nowadays, hold on to that. Yeah. It's kind of, some people don't like it, but I think it's fun. You can be sassy. Who cares? Who cares what other think? I mean, I've got to dig out that shirt to maybe wear to town on Thursday. I'll probably go early Thursday morning. Um, yep. I think it is. And because, like, I wasn't raised around her. Um, so I didn't know she put her hands on her hips. I know. I was always the defiant little child that did that. You know? Oh, but I'm trying to think. I gotta remember where that woolly witch hat went to. I think it's over there. I think the cat is now knocked it to the floor. I saw a gal here in this town with a whole 1,500 people. She had one in purple. I'm like, damn it. Yeah, I would have loved one in purple, but we do. We carry a lot. Like I said, I grew up. Um, I had the house decorated in Native American stuff. You know, down to a papoose board. I have to get the peace pipe from Dad. That's down there, and um, that's too funny. I love it. Um, I'm Native American. I'm 25% Native American. I have a thing, obviously, for ancient Egypt. I'm 3% sub-Saharan African. Basically, Egypt, Libya, the top of Africa. So, but I'm like 3%. So, that's awesome. That's awesome. Um, but I know where that came from because Grandpa was a Spaniard, a big, tall, dark Spaniard, and that's the Moors DNA right there when the Moors ruled Spain. So, but who would have guessed? I was a spoiled kid who got to see Tut twice in 1979. The folks took us, and then the school took us. So that's the only seventh grade was the only time I've ever been in a Greyhound, a bus with a toilet in it. It's the only time I've ever. Yeah, I've been in I've only really once been in a city bus, and that was going from Honolulu to Pearl Harbor. We don't have any buses out here. Um, I won't. There's no reason for. I drive. There's no reason for me to take a bus in Yakima. So yeah, I'm kind of sheltered that way. I don't, you know, I haven't done. I've been in a taxi once. Thought I was gonna die. That was enough because I was in the front seat. If anybody's ever been in Seattle, and you're going down to the pier, I mean, your roads are like this. Well, we're going down to the pier, and the taxi driver had zero fucks to give. He was just going, you know, drop him off, pick up the next fare. That's the only thing in his mind. And I'm in the front seat going, holy shit. Yeah. We walked back to where we were. Man. No, I haven't been to Seattle. And I think since the last time I saw a guy try to shit on the sidewalk, I was done. It's like, I don't want to go back. I mean, it could be as this is what Dad's description was with his, even though he's Irish. What the hell else is running Wi-Fi in here? Um, when Roman soldiers would come through into Gaul, and a lot of them brought Egyptians with them. So that's why there's some darker skin. When they went up to Britannia, so that could be part of it. That's how Dad explained him being what he called Black Irish, because he was darker. That he could tan like a son of a gun, white as can be. But if he tanned, Jesus, he'd go down to Mexico, and if they spoke Spanish, so people just figured he was Mexican. I'm like going, no, but not too many Mexicans have a crew cut. They kept from the army, so I always had a hard time with foundation because olive undertone. Still, I have some red. You see these TikTok things where you try this color, or this filter on you and see how you look. And a lot of these ladies are using this blue, whatever it is, I forget what it's called. I tried it on me, and all the red just showed up, and I'm like, yeah, that doesn't work for someone who's part Native American. You know, so I finally found a decent. Uh, yeah, could very well be then. Yeah, because they all marched up through here, up through Europe. So, oh, I'll have to catch it when I'm done with this. Yeah, Body Illusions has been doing some, positive stuff, which is great. Which is great. She's testing her feet in the water, and which is fabulous. So, I can't find the link, but yeah, I have, I have the red hair gene. I'm basically what America would look like. A little bit of everything. And then I'm 20%, something like that. Scottish. What a combination. So yeah, so I was like, well, I really can't afford to be, I'm not racist anyway, but I mean, it'd be like hating part of myself. So I was like, I wasn't raised to be racist. My dad wasn't. That's all right, Don. Glad you stopped by for a while. And that's an adorable story. I love it. I love it. Hopefully you remind her about that one of these days, especially as her daughter gets older. That'll be great. Um, I like reminding the boys about what they did when they were younger. They just look at me like, "Ma." I also got a kick out of my oldest. I could do this when I was working at the school. He'd be standing in the lunch line. I could walk up and give him a hug. My youngest, he's standing in the lunch line, and it's just like, "No, mom, no." The oldest, I had to go on every field trip. The youngest, I said, "Do you want me to go on the field trip with you guys?" No, no, okay, you know. So, uh, but now they want to be when I go surgery. They want to find an Airbnb for 3 people because both of them want to be there, and I'm like, it's day surgery. I'm just gonna stay one night. If it goes like I want it, it's day surgery. I'm just gonna stay one night local. So if God forbid something happens, I've got the hospital right there. But the ablation, it's overnight, just so they could keep me to hold still. I guess wherever they stick that tube with it, my hip, my wrist, my neck. I don't know. But awesome. Thank you, Razzie. Awesome. Um, but they want to stay. I'm like, you don't have to. I'll be fine. But I don't realize how much since I see them, frequently. I think how devastating it would be to them if they lost their mother. So not like I'm going to go anywhere, but yeah, I'm more worried about if I have bits cut off and then have to explain to the granddaughter, "Come, grandma's uneven. You know, mom doesn't look like that. You know, that's another reason I really just want to keep everything, maybe take the 2 lumps out, and if something shows up again, sure, then take them off, but not but then I still know my DNA, so that sucks. So I keep looking and hoping I get a new test, and no, all I get is, check in early for your appointment. Oh, all right. Yeah. I haven't woke up early, but I sure wake up sicker than a dog. No matter what they give me, it's gross. I don't do well at all. It's like I'm running out of vestibular organs I can just lose. My appendix is gone, my gallbladder's gone. Still have my spleen. And I guess you're not really supposed to. I have my pancreas. I'm sitting there looking at things I can't live. I still got that I can live without, and I really don't have a whole lot left. So, oh, it's a forklift with an apple bin, empty apple bin. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? It's some of the weirdest noises here. I need to get hubby to go outside and push on that window because my bedroom window isn't shutting. Yeah. Um. Uh. Tubby's coworker had cancer and he didn't do well. I think his uncle lost his pancreas for something and he didn't. It wasn't a good time for him after that. Yeah. I prefer to keep everything I still got. It's like my brother's down to one kidney because he had cancer in the kidney, so they just took the kidney. So, and he's diabetic too. But I don't know. I need to ask him. Needs to ask both of them what their blood type is and see if I got mine from mom or if I got it from Ted. Since I'm B positive, in case I don't know, it needed something. I guess a kidney if the other one goes. I have no idea. It's funny. I talk to my half brothers more than the one I was raised with. Usually, I get a call from my half brother, my adopted brother that I was raised with. Um, have you gone down to Dad's place yet? No, no, I've been too busy. So mhm, I need to get down there. I need to talk to my stepmom more. She gets, she's now that she's by herself. It's hard, and she keeps thinking she's forgotten, and I keep having to remind her. How often did I call before all this happened? Like once every 3 months, if that. Birthdays and holidays. But yeah, so much going through my head. That at least the pyramids are keeping me busy because I gotta come up with some ideas. I've gotta keep track of the colors I use. I've gotta um just gonna have to find a place to get rid of them because I'm gonna have too many. But you know, but it keeps me. I mean, about every 3 hours or so, I can pour a new layer. Why is my Wi-Fi signal? I'm on Ether. I'm on an Ethernet cord. My other phone must be connected still. That's got to go into the Faraday bag. But yeah, so if anybody wants a pyramid, let me know. So I've got one for Mark I'm working on now. And I started it out with uh, a crystal with 2 points and a little copper wire wrapped around it. And then I'm gonna build it from there. But yeah. Um I don't even know what I want to wear next week. I'm one of these weirdos who like to pack like 2 days before what I'm gonna wear, and then I already have it in the car, so I don't have to worry about it. Just gotta get hubby to do the same thing so we can actually sleep maybe a half an hour longer than we would have had we not. So, and I can't decide if I want to stay at someplace new. I took screenshots of hiking trails as a possibility because the MRI is going to take what, an hour, I think, maybe. So then 9 to 10. So then from 10 to 3 check in, I got to do something in between. So I'm going to hopefully be nice enough I can go for a hike just to get out, clear the mind before I go on the doctor the next day for another appointment. Excuse me. I didn't eat much today. I had 3 taquitos. I didn't have any tacos for Tuesday. And tonight's dinner is supposed to be soft. He went and had fillings this morning. So he was like, yeah, I couldn't eat my grape nuts and my yogurt. Wow. I'm like, wow. They must have did a number, and that must have been a deep filling. So yeah, I'm still that's not in here. I've got a book that I'm reading like a chapter or so at a time from Paola, A Door Marked Summer. It's neat because I think it was set beginning of the 1900s. And they have some uh, paranormal. Uh, the family seems to have some paranormal traits that they can do stuff with, and so I keep reading a little bit at a time. It goes everywhere with me. Right now, it's on the couch, but I just I'm kind of looking forward to it because Thursday, evidently, there's some restaurant he wants to try for something, some Vietnamese restaurant in Issaquah. My first words were, "Do they serve Vietnamese coffee?" Holy shit, that stuff's strong. I love it. Uh, I He didn't know for sure, and so I'm like, well, we'll give it a try. We always go do something else besides going to Ivers. Um, I wish we'd get an Ivers on this side, but we don't even have a Sea Galley anymore. Those are finally all gone. Now it's Texas Roadhouse. I miss my Sea Galley. If I could, I don't know if anybody's seen uh, Resident Alien, and I don't know how many seasons. We're still working on season 1. This alien comes, and his mission is to blow up humans, and he takes on human form, and he's talking to an octopus, and the octopus is like, "Hey, cousin, can you break me out of here?" They're in an Asian restaurant. He's like, "Can you break me out of here? I'm Monday's special. I need to get out of here." He goes, "The Monday's special was octopus and black beans." So you see him running with the octopus away. It's a cute show. That every Since I don't have Marf on the weekends, I have to find something to watch on YouTube. Well, we've been watching TV, which I don't rarely watch. I very rarely watch unless it's to play something like a Witcher Tavern music or what, just around the house. And um, only murders in the building or murders in the building, whatever it is, it's hilarious. Hey, Kristen, I need you to email me. You talked about a pyramid. Um, Here, I'll put my email address in there. Oh, nope. Have to have my thing. It's pretty easy. I'm trying to figure out how to get the one I have underneath my description onto my phone with my other one, but um, this one's the one I've got on my phone right now that I can easily get to quickly. So Will it go from my end? Yeah. Um, so we watch that on the weekends instead of, binge watching it. We just uh one episode of Ozark is enough for a night to watch. I think he watched like 4 and then had nightmares that night. I'm like, yeah, no. One is enough. Then go watch Roadkill or Roadkill Garage, but don't watch that and go to bed because then you wake me up. Oh, yeah. But yeah, just, my brain is empty today. It's just gone. The It cracks me up. The 9-year-old, her brother's in basketball, so he doesn't show up now. And she's there, and she finally, towards the end of being here, because I'm like in here with this heater on, working on stuff, and I don't heat anything. Well, the dining room's warm because of the sun coming through, and so's the kitchen. I don't think about the living room. Finally, right before mom got here, she goes, "I'm cold." I'm like, "Why didn't you say something earlier? I would have turned the heat on." I don't know. It's because you're on that stupid device. But, mm. Oh no. Yes, Ozark's about money laundering. Yeah. Um. Yeah, it's kind of intense. Not near as intense as trying to watch, 3 or 4 Breaking Bads in a row. My brain can't do it. I'm like, no, I grew up on comedy. This is, I need to finish Breaking Bad. We're like 1 or 2 episodes into the last season. I already know what happened, so it's no big deal, but I just need to finish it. So, yeah. Yeah. A dark one that I watched that we ended up binge watching was Katla. That was wild. It was in uh, Iceland. The scenery was gorgeous, but wow. But yeah. Oh no, my anxiety's starting to go a little bit. I've got to bring it back down. Bring it back down to reality. So that's why I keep thinking if I find something that keeps the ADHD brain occupied. I tried listening to, it's called 8D music, and you can find it here on YouTube. And it's if you listen to it in your car, it's not so bad, or at least for me, it's not so bad because it sounds coming out of all the different speakers. But if you got headphones on, it feels like the music is crawling all over your brain, and it's exhausting for me. I have to go lay down. What? Oh no! Do they have you on any blood thinners or anything? Oh man! And if they've have they scheduled you for the vein clinic yet? If they have, uh, let them know that you'll be willing to take whatever if, like, a cancellation, somebody cancels, you'll be, yeah, exactly. Somebody cancels, you'd be glad to take their spot to get you in there faster. Oh, man. 12 hours, holy fuck balls. I mean, the last time I was well, times I go into ER, it's for my heart anyway, so they pretty much just shove me in there as fast as they can, so but yeah, if you can, just tell them 'em you'll take anything that's any cancellation, just let me know. Yes, you got it, sweetheart. Go break a leg. You got it. You have it. Oh my goodness. That has to be quite the thought association. Man. Wow, that had to have been quite growing up. I spent my teenage years riding a bicycle, drinking out of the water hose, and you know, and anorexic. Oh, oh, that's gotta hurt, babe. That has gotta hurt so bad. Mother had the like ulcers in her legs, and oh, but she wouldn't have them removed. Her vanity killed her earlier than but I didn't argue. It's like, okay, that's what you want. Fine with me. Yeah. Damn. Yeah, mom, by the time, oh, her pain was so bad, even at the end. She had her own foot on top of her own foot, and she thought one of us were pushing on her feet. And my youngest was like, "No, grandma, that's your own foot." She just couldn't feel him anymore. So that's your own foot. So, man, does it help to elevate? Yeah. Mother's was because her circulation was so bad. Because I'll never forget it when she told me that her heart was too small for her body. And my brain went to the Grinch, where his heart was 2 sizes too small. I'm an asshole kid. Except hers never grew. It just kept shrinking. But damn it, girl, I hope ice packs, anything help? Just the thought hurts. I'm so sorry. That sucks so bad. Just you're gonna have to do what I do, keep your brain busy to keep from thinking about it. Ouchie, ouchie, ouchie. Okay, I have been on here for over an hour, and so if we're gonna get to Misha's, I better get off of here. Because she's doing something here. She put up her link. It's scrolled. You'll find it. So I'll probably catch you guys over there. I will. Hopefully that I won't be so enthralled that I'll forget to unlock the door for the 9-year-old. But I'll be back tomorrow, and hopefully I will be in a little bit better mindset than I have been today. But you guys kind of help me get out of this funk. All right, guys. I love you all. I'll be same bat time, same bat channel. All before I forget. All my love, Miss Dragon. And I will catch you all tomorrow. Thank you for being part of Miss Dragon's menagerie. I hope you enjoyed your stay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. All my love, Miss Dragon.